Hello everyone, Pudrose here, and tonight, seeing that it is, well, New Year's Eve, I decided, just like last year, I am gonna be doing some 2024 year recap. If you want the one from last year, it should be somewhere around here. I don't know where I'm gonna put it because you know how we record this videos, no script, grind set baby. So, unlike last year, I actually have to rely on the backlog I keep on the channel. So yeah, let's see what we get. Also, you'll notice immediately I am not using real gameplay because I'm doing this like last year. I think I'm gonna be doing these recaps yearly, just to keep on tradition. So, well, immediately after the recap from last year, the 2023 year recap, I started working on the new model. Let me put it on display for you. This model right here. The one you're seeing is the one we've had since the start of this year. And, well, the process to get to it was very interesting. I had to learn a lot of modeling stuff and actually did a couple good streams to get the details on it right, but so far it worked out really well. It was very successful and came out very pretty. Now let me switch to the Christmas strip. I'll go over this model later. So immediately after we made our new model, we started pretty much hot on our feet in terms of content. We advanced the Average Day in Kentucky series, the one for Project Zomboid. I know you may have forgotten because I haven't recorded for it in ages by now, aka 2 weeks. And while we were doing that in the Spanish side of the channel, which I will get to later, we were also working on the Hotline Miami series, which, pretty successful. But besides that, we didn't do much. We got the generator for our house in Project Zomboid. We killed a lot of zombies and we learned how to drive and shoot and do other stuff, but beyond that we didn't do much else. However, then we skipped to Minecraft, where we really did do a lot of stuff. We upgraded the house, we made a lot of mud bricks, and we explored the jungle temple and found lots of cool stuff. Then, as we progressed, we went back to Phantom Forces a little bit before we returned to the Risk of Rain 2 series, Endangerment from Precipitation 2, because yes, don't think I have forgotten about that series for a minute. I remember every series I make, is just that, having to rotate them weekly to keep the channel fresh kinda may give the impression that I forget about them, but I don't. So yeah, we took on the challenge of completing the game with multi on Monsoon. We did pretty well, even though we had to restart once. And then we really started the VOD re-uploads, which is the one thing I can say we started doing this year. We started uploading the VODs to this channel, which I didn't do before. So all the VODs from last year, last year as in 2023 from the time I'm recording, are lost to time and I am not getting them back. But this year we started uploading VODs and we uploaded a lot because after we finished the multi-series, or well, the part of the multi-series I am touching on right now, which is the first attempt, we started doing a sort of soft rebrand of the channel. We made a new banner live on stream and we reached kind of the end of the Hotline Miami series. Then, after we finished our new banner, which now I use in pretty much every social media I manage, we did our very first collab with Sawa and the rest of the Team 2 gang, which I still talk to, by the way. I'm still in good terms with them. We chill a lot, we cool like that. And funnily enough, last year I said that stream recaps would continue into the future. This is not what I had in mind, because with that first collab I started the actual well-edited stream recaps. Well edited for, the standard of this channel. And, with those stream recaps came even more advanced production, bigger, lengthier 3D animations. Hell, these were my first 3D animations like ever, because before this, I made flip booklets, I guess. But yeah, the stream recaps of this year were pretty good. I have no complaints about them. They came very solid. I would say they are, if not my best, the pieces of work that I've had to put the most time into, because as I was producing the animations and editing the first stream recap, the one for Lethal Company, or My Fit Formal, my company, Lethal Stream Recap, I was also recording the Zomboid videos, the Hotline Miami series, and doing some streams on the side whenever I couldn't record. So yeah, there's that. But also, I came to a sort of wrap with the Age of Empires 3 stuff, like for good, because I haven't touched Age of Empires 3 in a very long time, ever since that last stream, and I don't think I will until I finish the Far Cry 3 series and get to other stuff. Following the Age of Empires 3 stuff, we then did some more streams, and having wrapped up the Hotline Miami series, we then did another collab, the Left 4 Dead 2 collab with Sir, Null, and V, the first one out of 2 we have done so far, which I will say now, I hope we can do more, because I really enjoy playing Left 4 Dead 2 with them. We did our stream, I continued progressing the house on Minecraft, and then after a quick stop at Crap Game with Biku and a couple more streams, we released the second stream recap on the channel, the Team 2's Guide to the Zombie Apocalypse stream recap, which, even though it got a worse reception than the first stream recap, the Lethal Company one, it still came out very well. It was very well put together, so I have no complaints about it either. It was very good. It wasn't shorter to edit because, you know, I still had to make the models for the 3D render of the thumbnail and stuff. It still came out very well. I'm happy with it. I had to re-scroll again because I fat-fingered a button. Following the stream recap, we did some more streams, and then I had to return to Phantom Forces for a week before a big change happened. A big change involving Managed Democracy, because it was around that time when I really got into Helldivers 2, and once I got into Helldivers 2, like on a serious capacity, I had to really change how I approached content. I did my first collab in Helldivers 2 with Mono and Ace, and then after properly wrapping up the multi-chapter of the Risk of Rain 2 series, I released the Freedom, Liberty, and Democracy stream recap. And it was a stream recap that I wanted to do more with, but technical limitations kind of forced my hand into the result you got. And I'm happy that it got a good reception, to be honest. It was fun recording because, well, not recording because these are live streams. What the hell am I even saying? It was fun editing it, and it was fun doing the entire assortment of Vietnam jokes and everything with the editing. So yeah, I'm happy that it came out the way it did, even if I wish I could have done more stuff with it. Then, following the stream recap on Helldivers 2, the first one out of 2 we have done so far, I followed up with the first of many Helldivers 2 streams, and then I started to work on the new overlay that I use for streaming. I stream on Twitch, by the way, if I haven't self-promoted myself enough. I started making my new overlay, and the Average Day on Kentucky series, the Project Zomboid series, started to go in a little bit of a quote-unquote brighter direction as we headed for gasoline and started to really flesh out the base and maximize our character. But then we had to lock in to making the overlay work because, you know, had to make a new stinger, a new intro, and all the cool stuff that comes with making new overlay stuff like intros and stickers and whatever. In tandem with the overlay work, we also started the Far Cry 3 series in Spanish, which I'm going to go over in the Spanish section of the video. And it is one of the series I've enjoyed recording the most so far because I am a big fan of the Far Cry games, but I'm gonna save the rest of this for the Spanish section. Then, as we were working on the Far Cry 3 series on the Spanish side, we were also working on the new overlay. We were working on a new logo, on composing the intro music and the AFK tune that we use for the AFK screen. I'm gonna show you what I'm referring to real quick. This is the tune for the BRB screen. Keep in mind, I am not gonna publish a full version of the tune, by the way. And this is the tune of the intro screen. No, I am not gonna publish a full version of this tune either. Then, once we finished our new overlay, we really started to go in the Minecraft series, and we actually arrived to the Nether by episode 50 on May 5th, 2024, which is also when the Helldivers 2 Sony thing happened, and of course I had to make a stream about it. Hell, it was there when I really started streaming because I had to stress test the new overlay and whatnot, but while I was doing that, I was also working on the Far Cry 3 series, and then I tried to sort of diversify the content I made by making a couple videos on XDefiant, though while it's sad that the game went down the way it did, it was still fun to try it out. Just wish it was, I don't know, not a hero shooter, I guess. Yeah, I have no more words to it. Let's continue. And then, following the death of XDefiant, I had to partake on another adventure. We continued the Far Cry 3 series a little bit, had to deal with burnout for the summer, and also got very busy that summer, so that's why there aren't many videos. We participated on the World Record Fall Guys tournament. That it was an event, and I met some cool people from it, but don't really have much recollection from it. Then, following the World Record Fall Guys tournament, we didn't really do much worthy of note. We progressed our ongoing series, and following a really well put together Far Cry 3 video and a Lethal Company collab with the people from the Fall Guys tournament, I did another collab with the Team 2 crew for Left 4 Dead 2 with Sir, with Nolan, with B. We did another Left 4 Dead 2 stream that was way bigger and needed a lot more time, and for this one I went all in. I made voice lines, I had them record a bunch of voice lines to help me with the intro. I animated the intro over the course of 3 weeks, and in general it was the one I have sunken the most work into. If I had not delayed on some of my other stream recaps, this one would be the longest I've ever taken editing a stream recap, like ever. And even though it got a, I will say, sort of cold reception, I'm still happy that it came out the way it did. Moving on. Following the release of the Left 4 Dead 2 stream recap, we did some more collabs, did some more streams, progressed our series a little bit more, as in Minecraft we explored the Nether, we further advanced the not so much construction but the refurbishing of our house. God, I love scrolling. And then we started our Yakuza 0 series, which I said it before and I'll say it again. I started recording Yakuza because I know it is a very story heavy game and I kind of wanted an equivalent of the Far Cry 3 series for the English side, which I haven't really gone into it for the English side, but I feel like for the English streams I only stream Helldivers, and it's not that I don't enjoy Helldivers, it's just that I want to diversify the content on streams more. So I partly started Yakuza 0 so that I could at some point start making side missions streams like I do in Far Cry 3, and yeah, nothing else to it. I enjoyed Yakuza 0 even though I play it like once a month given all the other series I have to keep up with, and nothing else to say. It is a very good game and I'm gonna continue recording it into the next year. Now, following the start of the Yakuza 0 series, I then joined a sort of collaborative project with my friend Blitzy and the rest of the Team 2 crew and some other people. We started a SMP, the Canine Craft Survival Multiplayer server, and while I haven't streamed on it as much, we are also waiting for Optifine updates to roll out so we can play it again all together. And I enjoy playing Minecraft with people a lot. I don't say it, and obviously most of my Minecraft streams were either solo or just leeching off other people's progress, but I enjoy playing Minecraft with people. It's really fun for me. Then, following a small venture with Joey, we progressed the Yakuza series a bit further, did some more streams, and then it happened. Tragedy struck. Mina Lopez was bitten, and on episode 50 of Average Stay in Kentucky, the legend herself bit the dust, and we had to put her down so that our new character, Misty McGuire, took on the mantle. Following that, we didn't really do much. We had a little event where we went into the end, killed the Ender Dragon, and got a bunch of Dragon's Breath that we can maybe make use of in the future. And after polishing the overlay a little bit and making some more advanced stuff, amongst which is the current BRB screen, we really took off in the videos. And well, I also got my driver's license, which I really talked about over the course of those weeks. And once I got the driver's license and a couple Helldiver streams, we started a new chapter of the Endangerment from Precipitation 2 series. Yeah, I struggled to remember it a bit. We started the mercenary chapter of the series, and it went really well. I really enjoyed making all the edits and stuff, even if the weep jokes are a little bit cringy and whatnot. I still enjoyed making all of those edits. We did a lot of stuff with mercenary, and I'm actually glad that I tried to do stuff, because I don't really play melee survivors a lot in Risk of Rain 2 whenever I play it. So yeah, I'm glad it came out the way it did. But following that, we worked on what I will say is probably our most successful stream recap ever. As of right now, though, who knows what the future holds for us. I got together with Mono and Ace once again, once the sort of quote-unquote 60-day fix the game updates rolled out for Helldivers 2, and we released Managed Democracy of the Highest Caliber stream recap, the sequel to the first Helldivers 2 stream recap. It took me a good while to edit, because I was dealing with a bunch of burnout and a bunch of issues here at home related to personal projects that I don't want to divulge in the channel. And yeah, it worked out really well. As of this time, it is the most viewed stream recap, and even though it has 3 rejected song disputes, it's still a very well received recap that I am glad it performed the way it did. Even though I had to promote it everywhere and it came out like an hour long, I'm still happy it came out this way. But with all that said, let's move on. We streamed some more. We really amped up the volume of streams we are doing, and while I am not much of a streamer, I'm still happy that I am slowly working my way into streaming more regularly. I just gotta figure out a way to really mesh streaming and content creation together, because it is affecting my sort of quote-unquote content making ethic, work ethic, whatever you want to call it, because after that we streamed like crazy, and while I progressed the Far Cry 3 series out of hobby, because I will say the Spanish content I make is sort of a hobby, but I digress. I will save that for the Spanish section of the video. Following the stream recap, I found myself trapped in the loop of one stream recap followed by another, so I had to jump from one project to another, which meant that safe from the Far Cry 3 videos, I had to spend most of my time streaming in between edits, which is why editing the collab I made with Cervexon, with Aces, and with Vinarin took me so long. But once we got it done, we released our first Phasmophobia content ever in a year by that point. We released Team 2 Goes Ghost Hunting stream recap, my second Phasmophobia collab stream ever. I will say it is the second collab, because even if we haven't talked much lately, I still count my stream with Spring as my first Phasmo collab and my first collab ever. Like, first collab in general, the one with Sawa and the rest of Team 2 being my second, but my biggest ever collab, barring the, the world record tournament thing. So, following that stream recap, I decided to take it easy, and while keeping the follow-up stream to that stream on the backlog, I have mostly focused on progress in the Yakuza series and really streaming big time as of late. Like, besides the Yakuza series, I've barely progressed the Far Cry 3 side of things, because I spent most of my time streaming and, well, also working on this current model, for which not only did I have to make the entire new texture for the sweater, but I also had to make a new texture for my eye patch. Let me zoom into it a bit. This eye patch texture right here is fully custom. The eye patch model itself is also fully custom. I made a whole new model from scratch. In fact, you can tell it is custom because it doesn't fit tightly into my eye socket, so you get a peek at what's behind it. But following the making of this model, I continued making some streams, and we got to where we are today. The current sort of day / age / whatever you want to call it, in which, well, you're getting this video recorded, because I still have to edit it, But yeah, now I'm gonna move on to the Spanish section of this video. Muy buenas a todos, poderos al habla. Y sí, aunque esté haciendo esta sección en español, lo voy a decir decir de una vez, quisiera que pudiera hacer su propio video, pero igual que el año pasado, me toca guardarlo para una sección de un video en inglés. Pues este año yo sé que ha sido pobre en comparación al contenido en inglés. El contenido en español ha sido pobre, pero en comparación al año pasado ha mejorado, puedo decir, me alegra decirlo, incluso si no lo parece. Ha habido varios streams donde seguidores, lo voy a decir no porque me quiera vanagloriar, sino porque no tengo otro término que pueda usar que sea más humilde. La gente que me ve que hay de habla hispana, pues ha estado llegando a los directos en inglés, bueno, que yo normalmente hago en inglés, y lentamente he ido soltando para ir hablando en español en los directos, y me alegra poder decir esto, porque incluso si no he hecho tantos directos de solo español, aún así me alegra poder hablar mi idioma, incluso cuando no es la ocasión. Así que pues incluso si no he hecho tanto contenido en español como el año pasado, que pues debo admitir he bajado la nota, aún así me alegra haber podido compensar con alguno que otro directo y cosas así. Sin más que decir, vuelvo al inglés para despedir. And with that, I wish you a happy new year. I should be releasing this soon, or closer to midnight than now. But yeah, happy new year. And that's gonna be it for the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It's all down below. It's free and it helps out the channel a ton. That's gonna be it. And as always, have a good one.